Our next caller is from Tanzania, Hassan. Hello, Hassan.
Hello, how are you, sir?
Hi, fine, thank you.
Okay, I was just watching this video clip. So there's one question which came to my mind. How come these videos are available? Is it Americans who distribute these videos for their barbaric actions? How come it is coming to this press TV? They are getting it while this CNN, BBC, these other news channels, they are not showing.
Well,
then, second,
we know that this
question,
was suppressed by the American military for the last 2.5 years. It has leaked out to Wikileaks.com, and we will wait to see. Now, will ABC and NBC and Fox News and the BBC be showing this? If they don't show this, because this really is news, cutting through all the trivia and the dross that fills so much of our television screens, any channel that isn't showing this is actively collaborating with the American war machine. Hassan?
There.
Hello? Yes?
Will these videos have any effect on human rights groups?
Oh, I think as more and more of this comes to light, there must now be a very real possibility that somewhere in the world a magistrate or a judge will issue a warrant for the arrest of former President Bush on war crimes, and quite possibly the former British Prime Minister Tony Blair, because clearly the Commander-in-Chief has to take responsibility. That's the actual international military law laid down in Geneva. You will remember when Israel invaded the Lebanon back in 1982, and you had the massacre in the refugee camps of Shatila and Sabra. The commanding officer, who was of course General Sharon, who later became Prime Minister, was held by law to be responsible for the conduct of the troops under his control, and was forced to resign because he hadn't provided protection for the Palestinians in those refugee camps from the Christian militias, the fascists, who were trying to kill them. So I think this does move much closer to the day when we will see former President Bush and most probably also Prime Minister Blair indicted for war crimes. Thank you, Hassan. Our next caller is from Nottingham, Shaquille. Hello, Shaquille.
Hi there.
Hi, what would you like to tell us?
Oh, I would like to talk about the recent Iraqi killings video.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to say, when I seen it in full view on YouTube, I was shocked, but at the same time, I wasn't surprised. And the reason for that was because I've seen lots of videos that have been leaked on YouTube in the last few years. Like this video of a dog getting thrown around, and then they attach a grenade on it, and it blows up this dog by US and the military. And I've seen the US reaction to it, the US media reaction. Some of them are trying to apologize for that video, saying, they thought they were terrorists.
Can I ask you, what do you feel about the British government? Are you outraged? Do you believe that there should have been an apology from Prime Minister Brown tomorrow?
Absolutely. They should all apologise. I think Tony Blair should apologise. But what bugs me the most is, why is this story the #1 story, apart from the force of general election? I don't want to go into that, but, you know.
Well, it'd be quite interesting how many people seeing this will be asking the Labour and Liberal and Conservative candidates knocking at their door where they stand now on the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, whether they're prepared to carry on seeing Britain involved in this, or whether they will be demanding, if you're not prepared to vote to bring our troops out of these war zones, then I'm not prepared to support you at the ballot box. Thank you, Shaquille. Ali is our next caller, Ali in London. Hello, Ali.
Hi, Mr. Ken. It's very nice to see you again.
Thank you.
Hello?
We can hear you. Yes, hello.
Yes,
thank you.
I got two questions.
Yeah.
One is, why did the US government did not come out and show this was the mistake which was done from our side, and always the stories must have to come out from the other end? And the second thing is, you see these MPs, when they were claiming so many benefits, do you think they will get prosecuted for that one? And the third thing is, will you think the lobbyist groups will be legally, you think, because they are wrong basically, you think these lobbyists will be ended?
Well, I very much hope. When I was Mayor of London, I tried to ban all lobbyists from coming into the building, and they made a human rights case, but broadly they didn't bother to try because they knew I wouldn't entertain them. But I do think it is time we made it illegal for this sort of covert lobbying, and particularly MPs to use their former contacts to enrich themselves in that way. On the point about expenses, I suspect they will all broadly get away with it legally, but many of them I think are going to lose their seats because of what has been exposed. And our next caller, thank you for that, Ali. Our next caller is from Ireland, Patrick. Hello, Patrick.
Hello, Ken. Good evening.
Hi there. We've only got a minute, so you need to make your point quickly.
In Lockerbie, an American life was valued at approximately $10 million. An Arab life, an Islamic life, seems to be valued at nothing. Isn't it time somebody took a court case on behalf of all of the innocent Iraqis and Afghanis killed and claim money the same as from the American government, the same as they did from the government of Libya?
Well, I have to say, Patrick, if you remember the history of Ireland, and I'm sure you do, on 2 campaigns, British soldiers back under Henry VIII and then under Oliver Cromwell killed 2/3 of the population of Ireland. These aren't new attitudes. They come back again and again whenever people think they can look at another religion or another nationality or another race as less than themselves. I sincerely hope there will be endless legal challenges, not on the point you raised particularly about the relative worth of a life, but the people doing this must be brought to justice. I think some of you have said you're not shocked by this and you've seen similar things, but I mean, I watched this earlier today and I was absolutely sickened. And the knowledge that we have an election going on in which virtually none of this is being talked about or discussed in any meaningful way was something that I find profoundly shocking. I hope tomorrow at those press conferences for the party leaders we will be seeing a real attempt to bring these questions to the forefront of the election campaign. And I hope you will be phoning in the second part of the programme. And I emphasise once again, we want to have balance. If anybody thinks this was justified, do call us on the numbers that we've given out, or text or email. And if you get into a position where you can't get through, just keep trying again. We want to get as many opinions from as many different parts of the world as possible. However much you have been shocked, you must have an opinion. We would like to hear it here on Press TV, hear from our studios in London, and then broadcast throughout the rest of the world.